Hello everyone. I think I'll just yes, I think I just want to make it a little interactive. So I also want you guys to participate and ask questions in between also. If you have any places, any topic, if you have a question or doubt, you can go ahead and ask a question. You can put in a Q&A, or you can, stop me and raise your hand. I can, definitely try to answer it uh, with my ability. Thank you everyone. So as you already got my little bio that okay what I'm working and all those things, so I will not try to go through the same thing again. We will be talking about conversational AI. So how many of you guys have heard or at least is there a difference between a chatbot and a conversational AI? If you feel like there's a difference, if no, that's completely fine with me. But if you have any idea that, okay, what is the basic difference between conversational AI and users, we'll talk about for sure. And chatbot. The chatbot is nowadays very common. You can go to any website, just open up, there is a pop-up virtual assistant, okay, how may I help you and all those things. It's everywhere, almost everywhere. So those things we will be talking about. Conversational AI goes beyond just a rule-based chatbot. Makes sense, yeah. But again, this conversational AI also, you will see, I'll show you so this is again little brief about me. My name is Jiwitesh, I'm working this, blah, blah, and all. You've already seen that, you have already checked out. So let's move to the next one. So table of contents, we will be starting with NLP. As we know, NLP is a very vast field. It's not possible for us to conclude or go through all those things which NLP is capable of. Okay. So we will just try to consolidate our discussion regarding this conversational AI and chatbot through the NLP. How NLPs can be used with chatbot and with the conversational AI. What are the things we will be doing? What is the process we will follow? What are the basic things we should be taking care of, which we generally don't do. As a data scientist, I am sure you have also seen many of the data scientists. I have seen many of the data scientists. If you ask them to go, okay, I need to build a chatbot, can we have a PPT mode on? Is it, Mayank, I'm just sharing it my screen. Is it not the way it is supposed to be? Looks fine, it's okay. Okay, makes sense. Thank you. So when just you can also see or might have seen it already, like if you ask any data scientist, okay, I need to build a chatbot or I need to build a virtual assistant, what they will come up with the first thing, okay, give me the strings, so give me the sentences which you want to handle. I will go and train those strings with the responses which you're looking for, and we should be good. So basically what they do, they just put one string, okay, this is the question, this kind of a similar question we have, and this is the responses. We go and train the model, we are good, okay, now you can have your chatbot and virtual assistant, it's running. But this is not what a conversational AI capability is. Conversational AI is capable of more of that. Like we have not even explored to that extent what is the NLP is capable of. So let's introduction of NLP, like I said, we will try to keep it aligned to the chatbot and virtual assistant. We will be talking about POS tagging. POS tagging is basically parts of speech tagging. We'll talk about in detail NER detection, is named entity recognition detection, phrase detection, conversational AI concept, what is the basic building blocks, and then we'll start with Google Dialogflow, where we'll try to build a basic chatbot, not a conversational AI, and try to integrate with your Telegram so that you can go ahead and use it and you can keep it running. You can going further, you can keep on enhancing that. So at least you should see the process, because not a very big thing to have your chatbot running and integrate with the Telegram. So now your chatbot, once you integrate with Telegram, anyone on the person who uses Telegram can access your chatbot and can interact with it. That is simple. So just this will try to, might not be able to explain full of the capability of Dialogflow also, but at least I'll try to complete the flow. Like, okay, we have built something, we have integrated with the POS full from it parts of speech. In the I think 7th or 8th standard school we have learned that. So we will be using that as well. I'll show you that what all the things we have there. So integration with Telegram is basically, we will try to complete the flow loop. Actually, we'll try to close. So at least you have something end product that not be that vast or that great to be working. at that extent, but at least you have the things which is running. You can keep on enhancing that going forward. So NLP, like I said, we were trying to keep it aligned to this virtual assistant and chatbots and all. So NLP is basically, when I'm talking in terms of specifically chatbot or virtual assistant, we comprise with two things, NLU or NLG. Now, what this NLU stands for? NLU is basically natural language understanding. And then comes the natural language generation. Now, what is this natural language understanding and generation? Let's say I'm talking to you, I'm just talking like whatever the discussion we are going to have. First, you are trying to understand it now. Now you are just trying to understand or process it, what I'm talking. That is basically an NLU part, where NLP system will try to understand what is that user is saying, end user is trying to tell. So NLU part is just to get the information from the user, process it, keep it with itself. Okay, it's not going to show or display anything unless we go and respond, integrate with the NLG, so that now the response will start coming. So NLU and NLG, there are two sections. So specifically in virtual assistant or chatbots, we have both the things, because we need to, if you are trying to understand something, unless I speak it out, okay, this is what I understood. How would you know that I understood the things? NLG is also a very important part in there, that unless you told me that what I said and what you understood, I will not know that if you have understood or not. So NLU or NLG both goes hand in hand in this chatbot or virtual assistant system. And apart from NLP, there is apart from this chatbot or virtual assistant, there are so many things that NLP is capable of. I think most of the things right now, I have seen that people using the old documents to process and parse it and convert it into a digital form. That is the place where you will see lots of work coming on, especially from out of India. There are so much of work coming on for those things, and people are using this NLP system. Just to understand this thing. Let's say I just have a PDF document. I have a hard copy of anything. I want to convert it into a digital form and keep it somewhere. So digital form conversion, like, okay, what is there? And if it, whatever the things I have, because it's not easy for anyone to sit and type, even the photo state, or you do photos is again a hard copy. You cannot understand things. It's not in a digital form yet. It's just the same thing we converted into a PDF or kept it in a digital drive. That doesn't mean that you understood things. The next time, if I'm coming and I need some information, some search, I have to do, okay, give me this information. Now, this information I cannot give you because I don't have understood the system, the things which you share. It's just a PDF document for me. Unless I understood, unless as an NLP system, we can understand things, I cannot respond to your any of the questions. I can give you the document. That's all I can do with those things. But unless I process it, I parse it, I understand what is it, I won't be able to answer it. So that's what the NLU comes up. If you are confused that that any document I can scan it, put it in a drive, this is a digital form. What is the difference? So no, that's digital form of the same document. You cannot use it. Like if you have a 10 or 100 of documents, I need some information. Okay, like the dictionary, we go and search. So if I need you to give me that, okay, this information can you provide me? The way we try to do that, scanning those things will not give me anything, because you don't know what is there and which thing I have to look for. So we need to have this. So there was the text analytics, summarization, voice to text recognition is also we can do. Document parser is the one which I was talking about. So those are the very vast field nowadays which is coming, which is people have work. Apart from that, there is a one nowadays this hiring process where it's going, right? Earlier the people used to sit, go through your resume and then call and ask things. Now the companies are working to just filter out the resume on the basis of keywords they provide. Still not up to the mark what it can be NLP can do, but at least they have implemented it. They start parsing the resume through NLP system. It will give you that, okay, what is there, what is not there, what are the things I'm looking for. It will filter out at least the resume for you. So that's what for this thing we are doing. Apart from that, JP, I can see you have raised your hand. Just give me a few minutes. I'll take your question, please. Okay, now this POS tagging I was talking about. POS tagging is basically when we process, let's say I'm just saying a simple statement, okay, I am available. Okay, now I am available, how you as a human process it. You as a human process it, that you try to, oh, this person means by himself, am, available, those things that, try to convert, try to assign the verb, the parts of speech to each word, and then you try to process it. Same thing the NLP system does, but we have not used it, or we have not might explode it. So POS tagging is there, but the POS tagging which we have seen, like 7 or 8 POS tagging you might have seen, it's not that simple. So I have provided this thing here, the link for that, link for this website, where you will see the list of POS tags available in NLP system. There are 37 list of POS available in NLP system. Whenever you are going to process your thing, POS is parts of a speech, yes. POS basically, when we go to and try to understand something, you need the POS tags. Just going with text, training it with the model. There are so many models available. Go and train it. You are done. No, that is not what NLP can do. Or if you are doing that, then you don't use the capability of NLP yet. If you want to use it at their extent, you have to know what it is capable of. Just like one example I have provided here, POS tagging is like, this is the sentence I have. Show me my show timings. Both the show here is the same, exactly same. No difference, right? Not syntactical, but only difference is that the places it's been used. How chatbot engineers can show their knowledge for moving to data analytics role. We'll take those questions at the end. We'll talk about it. So this POS tagging is show me my show timings, right? Show me my show timing, both the words are same. How would you differentiate it? How will you know that it's this show is different, that show is different? For me, in this case, if I talk about, I'll just try to annotate, this is a verb for me, and this is a noun. Because here I'm trying to ask, or asking you to do some action, perform some action. Or here I'm just showing you that, okay, this is the entity, show me this. So this is where if you just tell me that if you let's say this thing is written in Chinese, you don't know the Chinese language, I'll show you the same thing. Would you be able to understand what is mentioned there? You will see that, okay, these two words are similar. Same what machine feels when you tell them that, okay, without any POS tagging, without any differentiation, if you just go and train with the text, this is what it will feel, Okay, both looks similar for me. What is the difference? It's confusion. But eventually it's not the same thing, right? It's a verb, it's a noun. How would you know that? Now, this is where the POS tagging concept comes in. And this is where, if you use the POS tagging concept wisely, your half of the job to understand the language or understand the input from the customer is done. You already have the information. Now you just need to structure it and use it. So POS tagging is very important, but I have seen, I think, I can say 98% people, they don't even know POS tagging can be used with the chatbot or virtual assistant. They are very eager to build something, but they don't know how, and they just go give me the questions, give me the answers what you need. I will create a variations of those questions. I will go and train the model. You have your chatbot done. But I don't find it very useful, or even you, if you long run, if you try to use the system, you won't be able to get it. I'll also tell you that why we need that. Like one example I just now gave you. So now in this system itself, instead of training with this, what I will try to do, instead of training this with show me my show timings, I will try to train with, if I'm trying to train the system, if I am giving this text to my model to get it trained, will that help the model to understand things in a better way? Apart from that, another plus point which will add for you is that just Bob, you have mentioned that. So here now it can come any Bob, it will accommodate. But if I'm just passing the text every time, every text is different. So you have to provide much more data. That's why when we come up with the question, or we need lots of data. Yes, we do need a lots of data, but at least we can cut it short if we can use the data wisely. So the same thing here you can see. If I'm providing this text, the first one, if I'm using this to train a model, and if I'm using this to train a model, which will perform better? If I use display instead of show, that's what I'm saying. There's a variation. You cannot restrict a user. If I'm providing with this thing, this way, instead of show, I can use display here. Definitely, because eventually this is also a verb. I don't have to add another extra sentence for that. This will accommodate maximum thing. I can show, instead of show, I can show meetings, I can show events, I can show movies, anything. Second one is better, yes. But you tell me, any of you have even, touched that point. If you touch that, I would love to hear that from you. But maximum, whatever I have seen, they don't even know. They are just eager to go and train the data. Model training is a trend. Any data scientist, if you ask, this is my problem I'm trying to solve, they're very eager to train a model. Like, yeah, give me that, I'll train the model. You will have it. But how well the model can perform, that is, even that data scientist cannot assure you. You just run this test, okay, this is the accuracy and all those things. Maximum data scientist is in that way only. So this is what a POS tagging is capable of. This is what the value it will add to your system if you can do this. I definitely agree it's a little bit of extra effort. You need to have extra effort. You need to do this thing, but it will definitely add value for you. Now, if I'll just show you this POS tagging list here, this is the parts of the speech. This list is available for you. Okay, you can go and check. I've shared this link. I'll share the link with you on chat also. So this is the list of possibly POS parts of a speech. But what is this confusion here? This versus what is this? So it basically saying that there is a possibility the same word can be meant like, okay, the same word can be a verb or can be a noun at some place. There is a possibility the same word can be have different POS type. It can have a different POS type just with the arrangement of words. So this is what the capability when you just see this versus things. You can see a verb and noun differentiation here. Here you go. It will tell you what is this complete rule we have here. You can just try to explore and try to understand it better. So even the POS tagging, I'm not saying it's super simple. No, it is not. You need to have an extra, effort. You need to have an extra team who will understand the grammar first, who will give you that, okay, what it should be, and then you should have a training. So this POS tagging is important. But once you can do it, you have things on your hand. Secondly, we are talking about Nar detection here. This Nar detection, we all know that named entity recognition, right? So named entity recognition, again, if I'm just talking the same thing, every person we have attended or joined here have a different names, right? So if I have to go and train everyone with everyone's name, I have to have multiple sentences. But if I just try to do the POS tagging or detect this Nar, now this Nar is basically designed for proper nouns. If you remember in the school, we have learned about common noun and proper nouns. So the person, place, and things, basic English I'm trying to explain, the person, place, and things. This is what the Nar will be capable of. So Nar is called as NNP. So NN basically is a noun. NNP is called a proper noun. So NN versus NNP. This is a noun and a proper noun concept. Okay. So even you just try to understand things that, okay, if I'm giving this, training the system with instead of just a name, if I provide NAR stands for named entity recognition. Here we go. Okay. So now this screenshot I've attached here. This is a Google's screenshot. This is the Google NLP system. I will share that link also with you. We have a Google NLP system. This one. You can just have this. What I have attached here, the system, I'm just showing the capability of existing system. So I picked the, I think, Google system, where you can see I have just tried here. My name is Jiwitesh and I work at Nexup Inc. Nexup is a company, but here it's coming as others. It's not detecting it as an organization. Now, just I have changed what I have changed in this text. I just make that N as a capital later. Okay. And you can see it's coming as organization. This is again a limitation. I'm just showing you the limitation of the system. Same word, no change. Just making it as a camel case, the first letter I'm making it capital, it's able to detect it as an organization. But if I'm just making it in a small case, it is not able to detect. Now the question is how reliable the system which you're going to have. So these things you need to understand why and where the problem is. So if you can understand what is that, because there are so many models, you can go like, I don't know to name any of the model, but there are, as you know, millions of models available for NLP. Basics is like a spacey, NLTK, the one which people starts with, right? Those things you can start with. Those things have this POS tagging also. But this system is showing. I'm just showing you the what is the limitations of the system, existing system, and this is not something small company where you can just they might have made a mistake. I am just showing you the real thing here. Similarly, if you just go to the next one, Jiwitesh, I just made the name as a small case. It coming as a others. Earlier it was a person when I was making it as a capital case. Limitations. These are the limitations of the existing system. Do you really want to have the system which can be have just I'm changing the case of the word and it's making the complete meaning change? That is the limitations of the NLP system is running through right now or current days. People don't know. People don't want to explore. I'm not saying NLP Google is not capable of doing it. Don't get me wrong. It's just that Google has made a generic system. But when we go with a system to build, when we try to build a system, we try to build with a specific domain. Let's say I'm going for automotive, I'm going for healthcare, I'm going for consulting. We go for a specific domain. So you already have a fixed list set of words which you need to handle in proper nouns. You don't have to handle everything. Google system is handling everything. It's a generic system. But when we go and build something for a specific for the client, we go with the specific directions. We go with the specific instructions. So there is a possibility that we can make it better. We can handle these scenarios. This scenarios, I'm just showing you that we should take this into consideration when we are building. We cannot build a generic system which can have everything understood, like everything perfect. NLP system is very having very much of limitations, problems, and all those things. But when we work with a specific domain, a specific requirement. So I don't find there is a much of a problem to attain those things when we try to handle it. We can definitely handle it unless we know the importance and we know how we can do it. Phrase detection. Now again, I will just try to. First we have tried to improve the sentence with the POS tagging. Next we have tried to improve with the NER. Now we can improve further with the phrase detection. Phrase is what? So let's say this is the sentence. I will be a good fit for this role. Okay, this is the sentence. Now you tell me if I'm processing will separately and be separately. Will that be a major difference, or this will is basically standing here auxiliary verb for be only? So what is stopping me to consider this as a BP, which is verb phrase? Because this will is basically be used within the, with this only. Apart from that, if I'm just processing this separately will have a different meaning. And if I'm processing both along with that, it will have a different meaning. So even if I can, make it more better, the sentence, when before we go and train the system, we can try to remove the complexity. If you can see how many words we are removing, so we will be end up having this kind of a sentence instead of having this. So here, if we count the words of, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, there's a 9 words sentence we are going to train if I'm going without processing, or even just with the POS tagging, or even just with the NER. It is still a 9 words of sentence. Now, if I do this phrase detection, I can make it better, like, let's become 3, 3, 6. A good fit, right? This is again, even if we can do this, but for now, instead of going too complex, I just try to make it small. This role, all those things are combined. We cannot, if you process this separately and this separately, doesn't add a value to you, right? This because this is there for this role itself. This what is there for this itself, right? So we can do the phrase detection. Phrase detection can be in a verb and can be a noun, both the things. So noun phrase detection, verb phrase detection, both is available. But we go and train it, we go and process the data. That, like I keep saying, that when we do the pre-processing of data, our capability is what? Okay, remove the negative words, remove the letters with 1 word, 2 words, and then okay, we have a system ready, go and train it. But process is further. Try to understand, if you really want to make a good system, if you really want to work harder, make that okay, this system should do something for me. This is what you can go ahead and try it. Try to train a system, like just with 100 sentences, try to have those 100 sentences, one with the raw text and other with the that the topics which we have discussed, like with the POS tagging, phrase detection, or NER. Just have the same set of sentences with this and this, same model, same, don't change any architecture in the model. Train those sentences and try to see the performance of the system. You will be surprised by seeing that. Again, going conversational AI. So conversational AI is like I was talking about, the now which we use, the chatbots, virtual assistant, on most of the websites, they are just a set of questions, FAQs. Even that most of the website, you will see the window, chat window, where you have the options. You are allowed to just select from that options. Okay, option 1 for this balance inquiry, option 2 for checkbook reach, checkbook request. Those options are provided for you. It's not a complete system. Those are just a kind of a few keyword detection, I can say, not adding much of value for you. Okay, but if you really want to build a system, but you think like you need that system, this again comes to that requirement. If the client is coming and he or she is having the perception, chatbot shouldn't take much time, it can be done in a week or two. That's what happens. They will, they have seen this is what happens. They go to any system, company, and they say, okay, yeah, we can do it in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month maximum. So if they are coming with the same mindset to you as well, you can't do much. That is, your help is there. But if you have the liberty to explore and you show them that, this is what capable of this, we can build something like that which will, perform much better than what you're expecting. Definitely give it a try. Don't just do it just train it like that. Now here we are just showing you that the Dialogflow. What it Dialogflow is also not trained to have this POS tagging, NER, and all those things. They have an option for that, but not that efficient. So here this end user can provide you the data with anything. It can be audio, it can be text. It depends. So if it's audio, you can do this speech to text recognition. There is so many systems available, so many models available for that. Convert that into a text, process it. Now there is one more scenario comes up, like, okay, if I'm converting the voice or speech into a text, we're looking at, losing the emotional intents of the system, sentence. That is a different topic discussion. If we get into that, we will not be able to wind up the thing which we are aiming for. So that is there. If you are thinking like that, this is a problem, or this cannot be very efficient when I'm trying to convert into speech into text. So that depends. If your system needs that emotional understanding, yes, you have to consider it. You cannot do that. But if you just need it, just a way of giving you the data, definitely you have the option to go and explore it. Building blocks of virtual assistant, like I said, we spoke about user input, POS tagging, NER detection, entity or phrase detection. Entity also I have not talked about. An entity is basically, let's say you are talking to a customer, or your system basically ask the user to give me the information about, ask the information about entity, like, okay, what is your name, phone number, all those things. Those entity you can mark within this existing system also. They can go and the basic difference between chatbot or conversational AI. Chatbot is been trained to answer a fixed set of questions. It will not understand what you said. It will just do the semantical matching, and we can just, okay, this is matching, this is the semantic, this words is matching, this is the similarity is this much. Okay, this is the response. You don't have a system doesn't understand your input. It don't know what you're saying. So if I don't know what it's saying, I am not going to form the responses for you. In the chatbots, what happens? They don't form the response. It is a fixed set of response defined. It will just pick one from there and it will forward it to you. There's no formation. But if you go with a conversational AI, it will form the response. It has the capability of forming the response. It depends the response, and it will tell you that, okay, it can be formed. Is chatbot a conversational AI? No. It's I cannot consider chatbot as a concept conversational AI. Definitely not. Now, when I say POS tagging, NER entity, we talked about now intent classification. So basically, very vast thing which we have in the chatbot. You must have seen there is an intent classification. Intent is what? Intent is basically that intention of the sentence. Let's say I'm available tomorrow. That means that I'm telling you that it's availability. You're telling me that you are available, right? So now that you try to provide the summary, like one complete sentence, you're trying to summarize that. Okay, this person is telling me status available. Now that status available, when, where, that is different thing. That will come to your entity and detection. Entity will tell you, okay, there is a date available for tomorrow. But intent will tell you this is available. Now status available, when now I'm going to form the response for you. At least I know that, okay, you are available now, when? Tomorrow. This is what I understood for now. As for now, whatever the context I'm talking about, I'll give you the response. Now, what is the context here? Context is basically uh, in which scenario we are talking about. Like simple example, if I talk about bull is going high. Now bull is going high is different in share market, stock market. And if I just going in a village and saying that bull is going high, it's a completely different scenario. It depends upon what context I'm talking about. So intent classification, if instead of just going blindly with this text, and about, even if you do POS tagging any or an entity, if you don't have context, it will give little weird. But that is again depends upon that. Okay, this system is designed to be used in the stock market, so I'm not considering anything else. That is still fine, but context will add another feather on your hat if you are going to train your system with the context. Okay, in this scenario, because even in the stock market there is a multiple context people can ask. So that context will give you the scenario. Okay, now which scenario I'm talking about? Here we are talking about conversational AI. Our context is conversational AI in chatbots. I'm not talking about the how the vision system works, how the OCR work. We are not talking about any vision system. We are not talking any deep learning models. We are just talking about NLP, not even whole NLP. It just restricted within the conversational AI and chatbots. So this is the part of NLU. Like you say, a natural language understanding is the cap. Till the intent detection, this is what NLU does. Now, after that, there is an NLG response generator. There is a so much system, dialogue management system available to define or design the responses. We'll try to see, touch base those things. I'm not sure how well we can touch it. How would you give context to the model? When I'm training a model, can I not have a possibility to pass this another parameter along with your input sentence? Possible or not, Kartikeya? Okay, now the Google Dialogflow, let's try to see how we can quickly try to have something. For Google Dialogflow, why we choose? Just because everyone is having a Google's account. No surprise for anyone to, okay, I don't have the Google account. Secondly, it doesn't need any credit card or things to have it so that you can use it. It's free. So that's why we use this. Google Dialogflow is another system which which you can use to build your virtual assistant chatbot for the time being, just to show you that, okay, this is possible. We can do that. Alexa and Siri is not a conversational AI. Conversational AI is more capable of that. They still work with your system. They work with your information. Okay, so this Google Dialogflow you must have. Everyone should. You must be having this thing account. Just I'm sharing the URL with you. Just open it up in your system. Here, this is a window. I am sure it's visible to everyone. Google Dialogflow. So just open this up. We will click on this create agent option here. You can name your agent. What name basically you want to have. Let's say we just have a conversational AI. Okay, now I'll just leave all the settings intact, no changes in this one. Time zone, if you want to change, go ahead and change it as per your time zone. But rest, everything, just keep it as it is. Don't change. There is an option for changing it, but if you go and change, we'll have so many things to handle. So let's, we are running already out of time. Let's quickly try to do it. So just name your virtual assistant. You can name it anything, whatever you want to have. You don't have to type everything. I'll share the question. Now here that if you talk about, we already got this name here. Okay. Link I have shared. Akansha, I'll just share it one more time. Now I can go, and there is already few intents they have defined, like a welcome intent and fallback intent. Now welcome intent is basically normal salutations, like when we go and hi, hello and all those things. If you want to click in this, open it up, see those expression, whatever the normal expressions they have added. So we leave it as it is. You can change it also. There's no the problem in that. You can, if you don't want to have anything, that you can delete all of that, have your own set of welcome intents. A response is, I'll just remove all, I'll just provide one. This is my just a single input I have provided. Rest I'll remove all the previous responses. So this will be my response. I'll just save it. Next is the fallback intent. Fallback intent is basically if customer or user is saying anything which your system is not designed to handle, like out of the context, like the way here we are talking about conversational AI, chatbot, virtual assistant. Someone is coming and saying, okay, how this ANPR works, how this, in the vision system, automatic number plate recognition works. There also we have NLP. That is a completely different discussion. So we are not talking, those are the context, out of context questions. So in those scenarios, you need to have some generic responses to the customer where you'll see that, okay, sorry, I didn't get you, or anything, the response, you can rephrase it. Like there are already multiple responses available. If you want, you can rephrase it and have your own set of responses. Now I can go and have my own intents as well. Okay. So now let's say I'm just trying to have a first intent as DS info, which is data science information. Okay. I'm just sharing this thing with you in the chat so that you can also go and use your same set of questions if you want, or if you want to have your own, definitely go ahead and have it. Training phrases. Now I want to have a training phrases where we will be providing the information how the customers will ask, how the users can ask questions to my bot regarding this. So let's, I'm just added few training phrases I've added. You can just add this sentence, click on enter, it will keep on adding. There is also option to add bulk. For now we are just adding it one by one. So just few training phrases I'm adding. Okay, now similarly, I will just go and add the responses. Like for if there is a questions coming, similar questions coming, and this is the intent we are detecting, then what is the response we should be providing? So we will be providing the responses I've already provided to you. You can use the same response to train it. Okay, now just for DS info, I just added few training phases and few responses. I'll just click on save here. Now I'll go add another intent. I will add another intent. I'm just sharing this also with you here in the chat. I'm just having this as intent as ML info. Again, we have few set of questions. Click, put this expression, hit enter, it will keep on adding. You can have your own set of intents, you have your own set of training phrases, responses, no limitations. I've just added here because of time constant so that you can go ahead and use it. You will be having that gossip. I think people from this analytics vidya will tell you that yes, it's there on their YouTube channel. It's available. It will be available. Now we're just going to add a few of the responses. Again, these responses are almost similar. I have not put in extra effort to form it. You can definitely take that effort to have different responses. I just wanted to demonstrate how it can be done. It is possible and you can have it running just in a small span of time. Now I can add another intent. I'll just have one more. Let's say this one. Yeah, I think you got it, Kashif. So you can just definitely check it out. Here, like I just have one more intent called DL info, like deep learning information. I will same having a few questions here, like training phrases. Now I'll just add few of the responses here quickly so that we can get it running, because we also need to have a question Q&A session. You can copy these things and use this going forward. You can change it. It's not like once you defined it you cannot change it further. Definitely you can change it, so you can come back again and change these things here. I've done it. I've saved it here. Now I have, like, if I go to intents, like it was fallback. Fallback is basically when we don't understand, when your system don't understand what it's supposed to respond with. Welcome intent, when someone say hi, hello, and all those things. So for now, let's say our system is here. Let's try to test it here, with our system itself. Let's say I'm just saying, hi, it is showing you that it's a default welcome intent like we discussed here. And hi, this is the response we provided, right? Hi all, welcome to the conversational AI board. This is what response we have changed. So we can able to test it here. It is coming. Let's test one more question. Let's say I'm just talking about here DL. Just you can see the intent getting detected for that as also or not. Now here, this is the question which we train. You can see the intent is detecting as DL info and the response which we provided is coming up here. So at least for now, this system is running in this one, but it cannot be accessible to everyone. Only you can access it. The other people cannot access it. Now we have to integrate with, there are multiple options to integration, but we have just tried to integrate with, we go to integrations here. There's multiple options as you can, even the Facebook Messenger, you can go and integrate. For now, we will just use the Telegram. Okay. We'll go to this Telegram. Just open this up. This is here done now. Go to your Telegram. Like here, I'm showing you my Telegram. On this Telegram, type this name bot father. Okay. Type this name bot father. And just there are multiple bot fathers available, but look for this guy with the blue tick here, with the old guy. It's a funny guy. So you can just look for this one on itself. And we can just click on that. Once you get this person here, click on that person. Now here we will just type /new bot. Okay. I'm just sharing this command with you in a chat also. New bot, you can put in here. All right, new bot here, they call it. Now the name is like, just say AV on AI. Okay, this is my name. Your name should be unique. If you provide any duplicate name, it will not work. Okay. Now I need to change I need to have bot name. Bot name should be ending with a what BOT bot. Okay. I'm choosing this as a bot name. Now I have got this here, the bot name. I got the access token here. I'll just copy this access token. Go to my Dialogflow. I'll just here start. It will take few seconds or minutes to up and running. Now my bot is running. Now if you even go and look for this name on Telegram, your Telegram account, you can see here, right? So now if I just say hi, see, we got it. Now I'll just say the same questions which we asked to deep learning, and I'm able to see the responses here. Now your bot is up, and yeah, you need to have a Telegram account. Without Telegram account, you won't be able to have it. So your Telegram account you need to have. Now I am just open for questions. Please guys go ahead. I've seen few questions, few raise hands. Yeah. Please also you can try to put in your questions in Q&A chat. I will try to answer. Jaya, this is a broader question for the end of your presentation. Maybe out of scope if my company is considering buying another company proprietary chatbot and I'm being asked to evaluate their tech. What are some of the things I need to look to buy their chatbot tech? Chatbot tech, first, if I would be there at your position, I would be doing that. What is that you're using? What is the process? What is the flow? Now, once I understand the flow, and now you at least have this bigger picture. Okay, why exactly or actual chatbot should work. So first try to understand what is this they're doing. Are they trying to understand this input of the user or just they are trying to get this input, train it, response, done. Unless you have, you just differentiate what is the capability of NLU, how NLU is capable of. If your NLU system is full on capability, you are definitely go ahead to have it. But if NLU system is down, it's not able understanding what has been asked, then there's no point of answering those things. Make sure that try to segregate this NLU and response if there is a response system or dialogue system. If not, go to this check and how capable their NLU system are. Okay. JP. Yeah, you can unmute yourself now. Go ahead. What is the question? can we put this whole flow chart of workflow with self mobile application rather using Google? Definitely you can have. Why we cannot have it? This is how we showed you that how we can do that. This is short from the existing system. We have used, because of the time constant, we cannot go and build anything from the scratch. So that we used to show you that, okay, how the flow works. Yeah, Edward, you can go. You can unmute yourself and talk. I've provided you the option for unmute. Okay, and next question I have: chatbot engineer can leverage their knowledge to switch to data analytics. Okay, Akansha, your question was there earlier as well. Chatbot engineer can leverage the knowledge to switch to data analytics. See, data analytics field is a very wide, very vague term actually. Now I would first ask the question that what kind of analytics you're looking for. Is it looking for a business perspective, the analytics from the business mindset, like the managerial concept? Then chatbot engineer is not, it's not going to add any value to your data analytics role. You don't get it. Data analytics role is different. It's a vague term. So you need to be specific what kind of data analytics role we are talking about. If you're just talking about Power BI and Tableau role, where we just have a BA, you can have it, but I'm not seeing a very much of valuation added to your system with this chatbot understanding. Please share some good website which can help to start working on process of building conversational AI. Definitely, Prashant, we will definitely ask the team to share with you. Is this service free? Yeah, Jamal, it's a free service. You can definitely go ahead and use it. No charge for you. If I have to build from crash with GitHub, can you give me someone recommend any model? Crash with GitHub. I didn't get a question. Shareen. Scratch. Okay. Yeah. From GitHub with GitHub. Okay. If I have a huge amount of responses based on some DB, how can I give those information? Huge amount of information. See, this chatbot which we are building, you have a capability of showing that document. You can provide the document to download by the user. Depends what kind of information you want to provide, how you want to provide the information. Everything is possible. It is a system. It is, you don't have any restriction. You can do whatever you want. Maybe this Dialogflow maybe have some limitation, but you are going to have your system. You have everything. You can design it as per your need. There's no restriction from any of these things. You can just close this and it will keep on running. It will not change. Even if you sometime come back, you can stop it if you want. So it will keep on running for you. Like an API from, yeah, API call is simple. It's even here we have this option to make an API call. See, it's complete JavaScript code. You can have it and you can get the information. There is a weather API available for that. Try to build that weather API integration with this Dialogflow. It's possible. There's nothing, no rocket science available here. Okay, can you put a whole flow chart with the? Oh, yeah, definitely. You can integrate with WhatsApp as well. There is a possibility of integrating with the WhatsApp. But WhatsApp integration, you need to go through a little diverted route through Twilio account to have a number so that you can, integrate a little bit lengthy process, but it is possible. Please send me as your email or social media. LinkedIn, you can connect me Sreen anytime. Just the same name, Jiwitesh. You can connect me over LinkedIn, no problem. Okay, guys, I think I am done. If you have any questions, please let me know. You guys, whoever raised their hand, they can go and ask question if they have any. Otherwise, we are good. Okay, I think we don't have any questions. Thank you, guys. See you. Bye.